Greetings! The title of the video seems like a clickbait, but believe me, it's not. Just watch till the end of the video and I'm sure you'll give me a like and a subscribe at the end. In this video we will talk about what's the average height worldwide, what makes it tall and how you can control your height, how to fix the problems that reduces your height. First, let's take a look at the muscles that are responsible that plays a huge role in determining our height, and I will explain later how it does affect our height. Just watch the whole video to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what elements are responsible or determines our height? Well, there are numerous things from genetics to nutrition to the environment to a lot of other things. So don't worry if you surpass the age of maturity, which is 18 all the way to 21 or 22 sometimes. Whether if you pass it or not, I will inform you in this video on what to do exactly to enhance the situation by digging a bit deeper step by step in a simplified way. So to get straight into it, I will highlight each problem that might encounter you that could hinder or prevent your body from reaching its maximum growth and inform you with a solution if it's within my reach. And you should know that there are numerous external and internal factors that affect our height, such as genetics, average income of the country, or in other words, how rich is the country you live in and what is the average income for the families that live in the country, and ethnicity, region, and lastly posture. And posture is the only thing that you can modify in this list or control. Thus, the comparison between people is unfair most of the time. As it says in a study about the role of genetics on height, 80% of an individual's height is determined by the DNA sequence variants they have inherited. But which genes these variants are in and what they do to affect the height are only partially understood. So it basically says that genetics plays a huge role in determining our height, and I won't be able to dig deeper in this topic because it's a very complicated topic. Second thing to affirm what I'm seeing right here as well, take a look at the average height between families from different countries. You will see that families from poor countries are shorter and families from rich countries are taller, and that will be explained right after this study. And in another section of the same study, the average height between regions, which is countries and continents, and ethnicities changes around the world. And look at the average heights between them. There's a difference among them, especially the European one, and I'll explain it right now after this study as well. And for the last section that's in the study, it has a graph for the average height for 66 countries around the world. And as it displays in here that the average height varies from one country to another, where the country with the lowest median height is Laos, or Lao People's Democratic Republic, and the country with the highest median height is the Netherlands. So to explain why there are differences between races and why rich countries have taller people, it explains right here. In addition to genetic and biological determinants, height is also influenced by environmental factors, including the nutritional status of the mother during her pregnancy, whether she smoked and her exposure to hazardous substances. A well-nourished, healthy and active child is likely to be taller as an adult than would be a child with poor diet or infectious diseases or inadequate health care. And this is the reason why people from upper middle and high income countries are usually taller than people from low and low middle income countries. And also, as it says here, socioeconomic factors such as income, education, and occupation can influence height. And about the height difference between different races, it says, in some cases, ethnicity plays a role in adult height, but studies on immigrant families have shown that moving to a country with better access to nutritious food, healthcare, and employment opportunities can have substantial influence on the height of the next generation. So now we know what are the factors that are responsible for our height. Some of them might be out of your control if you're over the age of maturity, which is 18 to 21. And if you're below the age of maturity, which is less than 18, then take advantage of your youth and sleep for 7 to 9 hours, preferably from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Eat healthy, train frequently, and avoid smoking or harmful habits in general to help your body reach its maximum growth and strength by taking advantage of this physiological stage that you're going through before it's too late. Now I will tell you how to gain the height by doing a few steps to recover the height that you lost if you lost it for whatever reason. Based on the anatomy that we displayed in the beginning of the video, certain group of muscles like these are responsible for keeping the back straight to take advantage of the every centimeter or inch that your body is capable of offering based on your skeletal frame. And if you look at this video, it demonstrates that having a kyphosis, which is known as forward head or upper cross syndrome, makes you lose height without realizing it because it bends your spine and reduces the height that your body originally has, and that leads to a lot of problems as this compression that might cause a lot of detrimental side effects on your life and other problems related to your confidence in life as well. Another certain group of muscles are responsible for keeping the torso retracted in its neutral position or natural position to look and feel better. And also, so you can allow your body to function properly and correctly without hindering your strength or causing injuries, and most importantly, to breathe correctly. So, to regain the height that you lost because of your bad posture or whatever reason is, you need to strengthen and restore the muscles to its healthy range of motion, or in simple words, restore the muscles to its normal condition where there aren't any overactive or underactive muscles. So, in order to fix this posture deviation that's hindering your height, you need to understand what muscles are weak and underactive and needs to be strengthened, and what muscles are shortened and overactive and needs to be released or stretched. And the weak and underactive muscles are trapezius, rhomboideus, back extensors, and neck extensors. Meanwhile, the short and overactive muscles are pectoralis minor, pectoralis major, and neck flexors. And the solution to the aforementioned problem is very simple. Just do the following exercise and stretches, and all of the following strengthening exercise should be done for 3 sets and 10 to 15 repetitions each set. The first exercise is scapular wall slides. This one is great to retract the scapula and engage the rotator cuff muscles and also the shoulders. So it's an exercise that has multiple benefits to the upper back area. But keep in mind that you must keep your entire back in contact with the wall except the small lumbar area because it has a natural curve in it. But the entire back is touching the wall as it's seen in this picture. It's not difficult exercise in general, but it's difficult to master the movement and perform it properly. The second exercise is IYT raises. The IYT raises is also a great exercise, but it engages multiple muscles even more than the scapular wall slides because it allows you to perform multiple variations of the raises, and that allows you to engage the upper, middle, and lower trapezius, rotator cuff muscles, front, middle, and posterior shoulder. Thus, it's slightly more beneficial and harder than the previous one. However, performing it and mastering it is a bit easier than a scapular wall slide. The third exercise is prone cobra. The prone cobra isn't mainly for the upper back like the previous exercises. However, it's a bit more like a compounded exercise as it activates the lower back and the upper back simultaneously. And it is a great exercise to truly fix your posture and all of its deviations, whether if it's in the bottom part all the way to the top part of the spine. Heavily recommended to anyone who wants to fix his or her posture. The fourth exercise and the last one is neck extension. Neck extension to correct the noticeable deviation that's in the neck to strengthen and to correct this forward hip posture. And as you can see, it's very easy to perform, doesn't require any tools or anything like that. And that would be very helpful for us to avoid this forward hip posture, and that is noticeable in this demonstration right here. Okay, now we're done with the exercises to strengthen the weak muscles. Now it's time to stretch the shortened or overly active muscles. And all the following stretches will need to be held for 30 to 45 seconds once a day for every day until the posture is corrected. And the short muscles are, as we mentioned, pectoralis minor, pectoralis major, and neck flexors. And the first stretching exercise is rack pec stretch. This one is a great stretching routine to all of the chest parts at the same time, plus the serratus anterior as well as an addition because it might play a small role in this kyphosis issue. Thus, this stretching exercise is a great one and should definitely be incorporated in this list and anyone's list. And the last thing we have in this list today is sternocleidomastoid stretch, or in simple terms, neck stretch. You will need to stretch the frontal part of your neck to completely cure and correct the problem with the kyphosis that's ruining your posture to get a healthy, normal looking and functional spine. God willing, that shall solve your postural problem and make you gain the height that you lost due to this postural deviation. And if you did find this hard to understand or implement in your training routine, you can head to our website and join us, and we will utilize our knowledge, experience, and skill that we acquired for more than 10 years to do everything on your behalf. And also check our offers for a limited number of people before running out of place. God bless.